listen, any of this that we're recording now, we can even turn off the record, you know.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say, we don't have to.
Yeah, we can, we're not going to add, and we, you know, you always get the choice of what we show, you know, but this is also your chance, your time to just talk about it and really think about what happened.
It's hard to play with my Band-Aid on.
My favorite part about filmmaking is the people, the connections you make with these people, and like being able to learn about the camera. And for me, like, it came really easy to me, and it was really interesting to me from the first day when they handed me the camera. So that's what I really like about it, just taking the camera, being in the moment.
My favorite part about filmmaking is that I get to learn a lot of new things and abilities with cameras that I didn't know I could unlock.
I just like the hands-on aspect. Like, you know, it's a real what's the word I'm looking for? It's an active program. Everybody get a chance to do everything. Like, everybody get a chance with the camera. Everybody get a chance to plug something up, turn something on. You know what I mean? Like, everybody get their own opinion. So, like, I mean, just the diversity. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And so it's you know, like, it's an active program. You know what I mean? Some programs you just sit. Somebody, like, they show you one thing and now it's like a whole paragraph you gotta read to understand what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really hands-on program. So.
Meeting new people and seeing what people think and how they think and different perspectives.
I never thought I'd make it, considering my past. But before we get into all of that, I want to tell the world about how I made it. I had a rough upbringing. My father left my mother before I was born. I never seen her spoken to him. My mother raised my brother and I by herself. She tried, but we never had a stable living environment. We bounced from home to home, but she made sacrifices for us to maintain. Oftentimes, she would go without eating, but made sure me and my brother always had food. Without having much education and 2 kids before she was 16, I guess she did the best that she could. Because we moved so much, I didn't have a chance to go to school as much as she wanted. It became normal to miss weeks at a time. My brother, who was 3 years older than me at the time, reached middle school. His grandfather was granted custody of him, and I was left alone with no other family to count on. Shortly after that, Child Protective Services removed me from my home. I was placed in foster care. I bounced from home to home, foster home to foster home. I then went to Fairmount, the mental health hospital. Then I went to another foster home, and then I went to Belmont Hospital, and then I went to Devereaux. I was there for 2.5 years. I made friends, I fought a lot, I got serious charges. Now I'm at CCYC trying to survive. I'm learning from my mistakes. I am 13 and I have a lot to learn. I wrote letters to my aunt saying I would do better, I know better, and I would be a better role model. I love setting examples for younger children. Oftentimes I will read Ruby Bridges' books because she inspires me to be a role model. And I'm committed to succeeding in life. So I want to support my family. I value my family a lot. To everyone that I may have inspired, I want them to do their best and learn from their mistakes. So in the first part of the chapter, I talked about when I was growing up, about how I got abused when I was a kid and how it kind of made me like real like untrustworthy of everybody. Like, I didn't really trust nobody. A lot of people didn't trust me just because they didn't know how I was gonna move. So, yeah. Chapter 2. I can't be with my mom because she lost her rights over me until I'm 18. It's hard to bear knowing we will be apart for such a long time. But in the situation I'm in now, I can't show emotion. I can't seem or act weak. I've learned a lot since being here, A quote that I heard that stuck with me, well, that inspires me on a daily basis, is from Abraham Lincoln. He said, "The best thing about the future is that it comes only one day at a time." I'm from Philly. I grew up, I would say, like a normal Philly kid. If you know, you know. I started making music when I, like, pretty early on. Got a little older, stopped doing it, got in trouble, got locked up. I started picking music back up. And then now that I've been home, I've really just been on a, on a grind. Go where the wind take me. So right now, music has just been like, well, it's always been my outlet. Whenever I get upset, go throw my headphones on. I don't go nowhere without them. When did I start using music as my outlet? The first time I heard my mom cry because we had a late notice. I remember sitting in the room playing the game, and she was crying, and I could hear it, like, and everybody, on the game talking, and I put it down. I ran over to my mom. I was like, "What's up? What's going on?" And she couldn't even talk. She couldn't tell me, and I could just see the tears. So that was the first time I was like, let me go listen to my favorite song, because I know it's going to cheer me up. I know it's going to, it's going to make me feel at least a little bit better, take me out of this reality. And music is something that you can connect with everybody. You could walk into a room and not know anybody, and play a certain song. If everybody knew that song, y'all all gonna be like, "Oh, that's my song." Then y'all start talking. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of friends are made, through music. Y'all share similar connections.
What is like one of the biggest reasons why you got into music, like inspiration wise?
A lot of people in my family do music. All my whole friend group was either singers or like rappers, stuff like that. So like I always knew that I could put a verse down. Give me 2 minutes. Let me listen to that beat. I guarantee you I'll come out with some fire. And that really just was the thing, like, just to match everybody. And it's not necessarily I wanted to be them. It was more so I just wanted to show you I could do this too. And I always say, like, everybody can rap. You can talk, right? You can, you feel me? It's simple. It's just putting your words on the beat at a certain pace. That's all.
If you could change one thing about being a teenager, what would that be?
It'd probably be the way we get looked at certain things. You know what I mean? Like how people would be like, "Well, why do you got to do that? Or why do you got to act like that? Why you got to talk like that?" You know what I mean? These are all things that we pick up from our environment as children. You know what I mean? So we, I would just change that aspect. You know what I mean? And be validated.
What do you like about being a teenager?
What I like about being a teenager is it's not too much to worry about. It's just live life. You get to enjoy the moment more than being an adult and less responsibilities. What would you change about being a teenager?
Certain laws and certain things, you have to be like a certain age to do certain things. So I'll just say like more so have more free roam with the things I want to do in life, pretty much.
What's hard about being a teenager?
Honestly, not having much freedom. That's one thing I would say. Not having much freedom and always having to like be treated like a child even when you have maturity.
What was hard about being a teenager?
It's a really weird age, so you really don't have a lot of freedom because you're young, but you get to the point where you start getting that freedom and you don't know what to do with it. So you can be influenced by a lot of different things. Home life is always something, but especially once you start getting that freedom, you're going out into the world and you never know what influences you're going to run into.
What would you want to tell your younger self?
It's always okay to ask for help because not a lot of people ask for help or reach out to help or try to get help. And when they do, there's either a voice in their head that tells them not to do it and stuff like that. And I used to, still now, but not as much. I used to have a voice in my head that used to tell me, "Oh, you got it. You don't need nobody's help. You can handle it on your own." You feel me? You don't need nobody's help because at the end of the day, nobody understands you but you. And I've gotten to a point where it's like, okay, yeah, that may be true, but at the same time, it's better to have somebody in your corner to at least help you get through whatever you're going through than rather you hold the burden of whatever you're going through by yourself.
I see such growth in you over the last 4 years.
What gave me strength to, become this hardworking person that I was, it's pretty much my grandfather. Growing up, when I was younger, my grandfather was in the Marines, and he was like literally the most hardworking person I know. Even when he was retired, he still had a job. He was working at the hospital, this hospital in New York and whatnot, and every day, even though he was retired, he was literally rich and had enough money to do whatever he wanted. He still made sure he got up every day and worked his behind enough to make sure his bills were paid, and he had money left over whenever it was time for him to pass away or whatnot, to be able to take care of my mom, his daughter, and his son. So in my younger days, I wasn't allowed to talk about my emotions as much as I wanted to because I've been told from my teachers when I was younger that I have anger issues, which I've changed. I have anger issues, and I didn't know how to perfectly display how I feel without being angry and without having to punch something or break something. So it was like when I was younger, whenever I was mad about something, I wasn't allowed. Growing up in a black household, you were not allowed to really pretty much tell your parents, oh, they're doing something that's making you feel some type of way. It's either, all right, I'm the adult. What I say is go. So it was like I wasn't always able to sit here and explain my emotions how I wanted to, like until like later down the line, somewhat later down the line. Shamir and Shamir are two different people. I feel like Shamir is more so like my younger self, when I was younger, more reckless, not just reckless, not freaking right when it comes to saving money and being responsible and taking care of stuff that needed to be taken care of. It was just like just being young and just doing whatever was fun to me, whatever I thought was fun. Just pretty much making irresponsible decisions, choices, and things. What led me to being in this program was pretty much an incident that involved my mom and my stepfather when he put his hands on my mom, and me being a mother's boy, I guess, I decided to defend my mom because that's the right thing to do. How do I want to be seen? I feel like I've been in the system for a while. Well, not for a while, but being in the system and stuff like that and seeing how judges, cops, and how they see you, us black people and stuff, regardless of if you're a criminal or not or did anything bad and stuff like that, they already have a mindset of how they see you and have a mindset of what you are. So I just feel like I want to be seen as somebody that's outgoing, that has ambition and goals and things I want to do in life. You feel me? I feel like I want to be seen as somebody that's successful, that has a lot of good things and positive things going on for them.
Right. So
the reason why I started making clothes is because pretty much I was always into clothes. I was always into YouTube, making content and clothes, but it was more so of like I see this type of brand, I see Balenciaga or whatever other brand I see that's like I like, and certain people, A, they can't afford it, B, don't have enough money, or they just financial situation is not decent enough to be able to afford it. And it was like more so my thing was just making clothes because I like making clothes and just making it affordable to people that's not fortunate to be able to buy those things or afford those certain clothes.
Don't try to be someone you're not, and like don't try to portray an image that you didn't write or paint. Like if anything, like just try to be 100% yourself. Like don't do any, like don't try to be anything on social media or anything. Like just be yourself. Like follow your dreams. Like yeah. Don't want to be like no one else. Be yourself. Always be yourself. Don't want to be like the next rapper. Don't want to be like nobody. Be yourself. Do your own thing. I swear, do your own thing. Don't try to be nobody. I'm going to stress this so much. Don't try to be nobody. If it's one thing I want to do for a younger generation, I want to influence the younger generation to like speak up for themselves, stay true to you. Try not to please nobody but yourself and your family. A lot of stuff I did as a kid wasn't really to please myself. It was just like trying to be cool, you know what I mean? Like I was living in an area where like gang banging and stealing was cool, you know what I mean? Like those the people I was hanging around, so it's like that's the stuff we did. So like that was my influence. Like that was fun to me, you know what I mean? So like if there was someone out there to preach to the kids that like, hey, look, playing guitar, that's fun, like that's cool too. You know what I mean? Singing, that's cool, like you know what I mean? To try to put different stuff out there for kids to like see the difference and stuff, and not just like be self-centered around what's going on in their environment. This is a big thing. When I was in 5th grade, and in 5th grade, I was like, I was horrible. Like, if you looked at myself, like, I got suspended all the time and everything. I went to Thomas G. Morton. This was on, 62nd and Woodland Avenue. This is in Southwest Philadelphia. Yeah, it was this mentor group. It was called TGM Kings. And I will always remember this. The guy, his name was Mr. Burnett. And his big thing was like trying to influence us to like speak up for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like be out there. Y'all know the song Logic is like about the suicide hotline and everything. Like, yeah. So I was in class singing that song, and the teacher blew it way out of proportion. Like she thought I was saying I'm suicidal or whatever, and she blew it way out of proportion. And I remember having to talk with him, and he was like, "What's going on, man? Like, are you really feeling these ways?" And like I would explain it. I'm like, "No, I'm just singing a song. Like I'm doing this." He was still asking like what's wrong? You know what I mean? Like what's happening? Like what is going on? You know what I mean? So I felt like he knew that there was something else going on outside of my inside school life that he knew had a played a factor in why I was acting the way I was acting. I can't really say I trusted Mr. Barnett, but like I felt the stuff he was saying. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to receive that information that he was giving me. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to learn that stuff. Everybody got their own say of what they want. So like, I mean, I just want my say to uplift people. You know, I want to be heard instead of like just speaking. You know what I mean? Like.
Just one day after church, I was home. It was a Sunday. Like my mom had went to the store. And I was in the bathroom. And I don't know, and like I was already like really like depressed around that time, and like I was like harming myself and stuff. And I kind of just like wanted to like, I don't know, I just wanted to like, how to say, like end it or whatever. So I drowned a bottle of pills, and yeah, I remember my cousin had came to my house and she found me, and they rushed me to the hospital. And yeah, I woke up and I was just in the hospital. Yeah. I never had a bad life growing up, knowing I didn't have it bad, like, ever. Like, even still to this day, I've never had it bad. So I didn't understand why I could have done it, why I would have wanted to do that. But then I wanted, as well, like, others to understand how I was feeling in that moment. Like, it's not that I feel like you don't have to have, like, a bad life growing up. I feel like it's just, like, I feel like people can just be depressed, have bad mental health. And I feel like that's one thing people don't talk about is mental health, and to really look after people, because like somebody can be going through all this bad mental health and bad depression without having a reason to. Like, you don't really need a reason to be depressed. You just like can randomly just experience depression. I had this mindset how if like I could easily take the easy way out and just like die, basically, because I was like I mean, that's an easy way out. If I because I felt like I had to be perfect. I feel like I had to do great for everybody else around me, because I felt like as the oldest child as well, and one of the first like Mexican American kids in my family, I felt like I had to do great for everybody else and do what was best for everybody else. And I just like kept putting all that pressure on myself. And when I started getting into those problems, I still like had that mindset, like I had to do great for everybody else, but I couldn't. Like, I feel like I couldn't do all of that for everybody, and I couldn't be great for everyone. So I kind of like always had this mindset that, oh, it's fine. Like, if I really like feel like this, I could easily just like go away. Like, I could easily just like leave all these problems and I don't have to deal with it anymore. And like that's what I like. That's what was scary about it. I was a good kid, top of my classes, never had a problem. Then 8th grade started, got involved with the wrong people. Thought it was cool to be around all these people who were doing all these bad things. And eventually, like, I started like falling into like a depression just because of the things I was doing, and I was affecting a lot of the people around me. Like, my mom was pregnant at the time with my little brother, and like I felt like bad because like before my little brother, she had lost another baby, and it like I felt like it was my fault because of like what I was doing. And so like I felt like really bad about it because I was like rebelling a lot, and my mom couldn't do anything about it, and she would like stress a lot about it, and like she almost did lose my baby brother again, and it was like a whole like problem. And like my dad kind of stopped caring because like I wouldn't like listen to him anyways, and like my whole family just kind of like started like distancing themselves from me, and like I felt like I was like so like away from everything and from everyone, and like I was just like so depressed. Like I don't know, like I was just so depressed and to myself. My parents never really like let us see like the bad of it, like never really told us about it, because like I mean it was bad. Like there's been multiple times that my family has gotten raided. It was this one morning, I was getting ready for school, like I was in the bathroom with my mom, and it was like early, like maybe like 7 in the morning, and I remember we just started like hearing like knocks at the door, and they just like broke down the door, like kicked down the door open, and they just run upstairs, and my dad's like holding my little sister like they're still sleeping in bed. And I remember they grabbed my dad by his legs and they started dragging him down the stairs. Like we had like this little hallway, so like they dragged him down the hallway and down the stairs. Mind you, he still had my baby sister in his hands. And I remember like they ended up grabbing my baby sister, gave her to my mom, and I remember they threw him on the couch and they just had him there. Like they just had him like restrained there, just like on top of him, like grabbing him. And I remember I was like little, but I could still understand what was going on. And I remember I was just crying and screaming, telling them not to take my dad. And yeah, my mom was just like there watching, crying, screaming. And they kept telling her to take us upstairs because I was crying hysterically. And like I was just screaming at them, and then I didn't want them to take my dad. I remember like I just kept screaming, and my mom was too. Like she was refusing because they tried to grab her and try to take her upstairs, but she was refusing. So then we both were refusing to like go upstairs, so we just stayed there screaming and telling them not to take him. And they ended up not taking him because like they said since he had 2 daughters who were born here in the United States, that they couldn't take them. My mom was like, she was like in a bad depression as well, since she just gave birth, postpartum depression, like it was bad for her. And I was still rebelling. I was still running away, like sneaking out and doing a whole lot of bad stuff. So it was kind of bad for her in the moment, and like she would leave my brother alone at home while I like looking for me while I ran away. Before, like I feel like I had a lot of anger, so I would like walk away from the problem. Like I would run away. I would keep running away from the problems, try to like avoid them. And I would like go outside, go smoke, go drink, go do all these other things. And I feel like after, I kind of just like learned with myself to like control my anger. Maybe not walk away from the problem, but like just distance myself and know like to calm myself down before speaking on the problem. And just knowing how to control myself from getting mad and doing something I'm gonna regret later and wish I didn't do. I didn't even want to be here my first day, so I just didn't like it at all. But then Jason got me to go get interviewed somewhere else where nobody was at, and slowly I started like talking to the other staff and the other people, and I started warming up to everyone.
You were literally a pain in my butt.
Oh, I know.
You were the hardest person to communicate with, get you to do what you got to do. But seeing where you are now, like seeing you graduating, you've gone into like helping your parents in business, and then on top of that, like your dreams and passions, and I've seen you grow into a young lady, a positive young lady.
I feel like I've learned to like get out of my comfort zone a little bit, cause like I've always been like shy, I've always been like to myself. I don't really like talking to people, and I don't know. I feel like when I got here, like it's been like I've been in the moment. I've been like around. I've been like I feel like everyone can talk and just like, you know, have conversations, and like feel like I could just be in the moment, just be here, and just like being here. Not like my first day where I didn't want to be here at all. Like when I got handed the camera, and like I just like felt like I belonged here, and like
You hop in too. Come on. You want to? The snow goes.
there's no, you have to wait till like it goes blue, and then like it starts like, you know, that's when you start. The snow flows away on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen.
Huh?
How about we
Alright.
switch it back?
You want to switch it back?
Yeah.
Right, the quarters mic is always the better mic.
Yep. Alright, now, picture. I got a question for you, okay? What did you do this weekend for Halloween?
I got a lot of candy. I went trick-or-treating with my Auntie Natalie and my cousins and Uncle Marcus, and
What? Lean
I was there.
What, should I?
And
No.
I went trick-or-treating and got... We did is
Yeah, like what she did this weekend.
about something new there that we
And then I'm gonna ask her like what she wanna be when she gets older.
make responsibility to yourself, and then you make your heart.
This whole time she's just been talking to herself. Alright, say hi. No with your mouth.
Say, hi, my name is Coco.
Hi, my name is Coco.
So, who am I here? I'm scared to talk to her. I'm nervous. I'm surprised she's not nervous. See, I told you I get camera shy, bro. Alright. What do you want to be when you get older? You don't know? You don't know yet?
Teacher.
You want to be a teacher? What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
What's your favorite cartoon?
Elsa.
Elsa. Why is that your favorite cartoon?
That's why it has blue in it.
What's your favorite color?
Coco. What's his name?
Uncle Hunter.
Favorite thing to do with Uncle Hunter?
Draw.
Draw.
I don't know. I'm not good with the
Okay,
questions.
okay. Uncle Hunter, what are some things you like to do with Coco?
Watch movies. I love how she points out like how she loves like what's her favorite color, and it'd be all the colors. Yeah. She likes the rainbow. Oh yeah, what's your favorite color, Coco?
Black.
Black.
Yeah.
Is that your
White.
favorite color? White.
Red.
Red.
Blue.
Blue.
Purple.
Purple.
Green.
The justice system views you.
Tired of me. They are tired of me. I would say they wouldn't say they don't like me, but I would say that, like, they don't like me being on probation or like me like keep getting in trouble. My mom, she's very tired of going to court and stuff. She's tired trying to help me stay out of trouble. My sister, and my two sisters, they are very tired of me being on probation and waiting for me to get off so I can stop wasting my time. My niece, she gotta grow up and then see that like I'm on probation and stuff, and see like she gonna think like that's cool and stuff, or like she's gonna like be like, oh yeah, my uncle was on probation, and think that like if she meets a guy that was on probation, that is cool, not knowing that it's really not cool to be on probation and all that. But yeah, at 11 years old, I used to hang around a lot of older kids and some younger, and we used to run the streets in Westchester, and used to do a lot of dumb stuff. And yeah, we did a little something too dumb and got us all in trouble. And we got put on probation. Well, half of us got put on probation for it. And yeah, ever since then, I haven't got off. And just all the other dumb decisions that I made.
Do you feel like that older group was like the influence of your dumb decisions?
Yeah, some of them, yeah. Because I thought they was like more smart than me. Yeah, I would say that like, part of the choices I made was like my fault. But also, like, I felt like they could have just told me like, nah, that's dumb. You shouldn't do that. Instead, just go ahead, do it. Got locked up for it. I'll say everybody look at you weird, and then like when someone hears that you're on probation, and like they start thinking that like you're really a bad person. When for you could be on probation for the most smallest thing, and they still look at you the same. How do I see myself? I'll say like disappointed. Just disappointed I'm not off this. Just wish I didn't made the dumb decisions that I made in the past. Wish I can change everything.
Really just here to like show people that like after all of that you can still make a change. Doesn't matter how many times you mess up. There's always a second chance like this.
Orange.
Orange.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Light blue.
Alright, so the rainbow. You like the rainbow?
I feel like the justice system uses me as a way, it uses me as a way to get money and just business. Like, I feel like us juveniles are just business to them and like not even a human, just business and work. I would say how I was treated when I first went to youth. Like, not treated, but like it was just way differently from like it would be outside of the youth, like the staff, how much care they have for you, and they would show it, but not intentionally, but you can still see it, how you're getting treated differently than you would be outside of the youth. I feel like it's the people. Like I didn't feel different, but I can see how differently they treated me. Like I can see the difference. But I don't feel a difference. It's like it's the same treatment, but different way. I would say my officer, like just I get help, but I also have to be halfway. Like so I had to do my part also. So it's like I could name a bunch of people that helped me. Like I say Jason helped me, my probation officer, Miss Danielle, helped me. But at the same time, I have to put my part in and do what I gotta do. So yeah. The justice system impacted me on just living in general. Like think more about what you're doing, and actually like it's more you got. It's like it's obstacles out there. I thought everything was just. I didn't have no worry. That's what I'll say. I didn't have no worry when living before I got into what I did to get in the system. So after that, the system, it just shows me another side of the world. Like not another side of the world, but like the consequences in the world. Like it's a consequence to almost everything you do, and that's what really showed me. I feel like I want to start a new hobby, like with the cameras and stuff. Like I actually, like, cause when I first came, before I even came, I won't even like I did cameras before. Like I wouldn't think I would actually like get into it or like actually like it and all that, like how I like it now. So that helped me with that, and it's like it distracts me from like I'm not perfect, so like I'm probably gonna like do like I'm not saying do crimes, but like say if I'm like slacking or something or just not doing me. Things from here, like the things you guys say and the experiences I had here. It comes in mind, like helps me a long way in the long run. At night, like one time I was in my cell, like in the youth, so it was at night. But like if you had to use the bathroom, you had to press the button. So it's like I pressed the button and I wanted to use the bathroom like badly. So I'm just banging on the door. Had to wait like, but like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to use the bathroom, something like that, for the guard like to come in, check the rooms and stuff. So that was like that's the biggest moment that I felt invincible, and I didn't like it at all. Yeah, I feel like they look at me as like the next man, like real, like they look at us like all the same, not even just me, just anybody in the system. So I feel like we're just like not even as a regular human, we're just viewed as like, say like a savage animal needed to be in the zoo or something and it got tamed, like needed a shot or something to be tamed. Just not treated right. Not treated right as so. Not treated right. I'll say that. I didn't like it. I hated it. Hated it. I was like thinking about it. Basketball, that was like, I was just playing. I would do that every day. Like, that was something I'd go outside, play basketball, or I'd go to the gym, play basketball for a little bit, or I even go on the games. I signed up for like almost every games around Coachville and stuff. So after that, like after my injury, it shifted. Like, I went through like phases. Like, first it was like I was stuck on it, total in basketball. Like, I couldn't get basketball out of my mind. Then second was, all right, I'm gonna just start. Like, it was the bad thoughts coming in my head. Like, I would just start doing dumb stuff, dumb things. And then I say like the third is like where like I'm at now. Like, I'm looking into better things, new things, and like exploring the world, like exploring different hobbies and different things I can do instead of just putting my time into bad things and negative things. I have a journal at home. Like, I do write and stuff. Like, so I do that. Like, I try writing. I might try writing, and I do fish. Like, I fish with my uncle sometimes, but I usually fish with my friends more. That fishing is like I say like do it like every other weekend. I go fishing with my friends. I still haven't caught like a big fish yet. I want to catch a big fish. Like, I say like a 20-pound, something like 50. That's big. Like, I'm talking big. Like, I'm talking big fish. Yeah.
My childhood, growing up, was like a roller coaster. It was like a roller coaster. I almost got kicked out of school, but I didn't. Thank God. And surprisingly, I graduated from that school. What else? I was a bad child, but then I came to realization I can't do that. Does anything significant from my past stand out to me? My mom taking me to car meets when I was younger, when I was like 5, 6. Like, after I would get out of school, we would pass a car meet, and she would be like, we're going over there so we could go look at some old school cars. And I'll always remember that. That's why I always like cars now. My favorite thing to do is I like to go to car meets, record videos, and there's a few other things. I also like to help my friends work on their cars as well. And I like low cars that once you hit a bump, it's over with. That's what I like.
Word on the street is you run your own photography and videography business. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. I do run my own photography and videography business. It is called Media by K3, and the automotive page for cars is Shots by Smokey. How do I think filmmaking affected my life? It brought me the realization that life doesn't have any limitations, and you could experience something through a video that you just watch. That's why I try my hardest whenever I record videos. Yeah.
So you now love videography because of filmmaking?
Yep.
Awesome.
I forever will.
Be invisible to you.
Invincible or invisible?
Invisible.
Invisible. Being out of the way and just sticking to myself.
Since you've been in filmmaking, has filmmaking motivated or impacted you in any way?
I'll say yeah. I like being behind the camera.
What led up to you being on probation?
I'll say being at the wrong place at the wrong time. When I was 5, I went into foster care. Well, the whole story about how it happened. When I was 5, my mom was like taking care of this guy, and apparently, when she was getting him groceries, because he was an older man, she was like taking care of the older people. He allowed her to take his car, and apparently he called the cops, and she got arrested, and then Child Protective Services came and took us. And then pretty much, yeah, it was the first foster home I went into. That's actually how all the problems started. I got abused, and most of it started was because of the foster home. I got abused, and then I took it away from my siblings at that home too, because that's what started all the problems. I started acting up, started becoming more quiet and stuff, and then eventually I started getting a lot worse, my behavior, so that I went to another one, and then pretty much, I don't remember how much homes, I think it was like 5 though, 5 or 6. Moved to the second one, and then after that, it kind of just got worse as it went on, because still, a lot of people say that foster care was a good place, but for me, I didn't really experience any of that, because a lot of the people before I went into foster care, and a lot of people that were explaining it to me about when I was in foster care, and before like I directly went into foster care, because when I got put at a place, I don't know what it was, but it was like a hold facility or something, and they were explaining it to me. They made it seem like it was a great place. It's gonna help me a lot, but it didn't really help me at all. So I was by myself most of the time, and then my two sisters were together at all times, but sometimes we would both, it wasn't really them, but it was more of me switching to foster homes. So sometimes they would take my sisters and put me with them in one foster home. So sometimes we would be separated, sometimes it'll be just me and then them separated, or us just together. I don't really remember how much, I was like 5 or 6 homes, and I don't remember how much or how long I was in each home, but I know it was like, I think I was in one for like almost a year or a year and a half. But the only reason why, because I think it was a year, because eventually if you're in a foster home for a year, you can get adopted. So I was in a foster home for like a year and a half. But what I've heard personally, what they've said is they didn't want to adopt me because they were giving my mom a chance. Because visually when I went into the foster home, my mom ended up with somebody really bad, and she like got addicted to stuff it's not really good for her. And so eventually she went into rehab, kind of just built her life up in order to get us back.
And how old were you when she was able to get you back?
I was 10.
You were 10? So from 5 to 10, you were shuffled from like 5 to 6 different foster homes.
The only reason why I got removed from the first home was because my oldest sister, she told the school that we were all going to, and they told, pretty sure like Child Protective Services. I don't really know who they told, but they ended up moving us. Honestly, to me, when I was like first moving and how like everything was happening, I was kind of confused because I wasn't really understanding at first why I was moving, because when I was 5, I didn't really know that abusing was bad. I always thought it was normal because it just happened so often. I always thought it was normal. It was physical, verbal, and pretty much all types of abuse. Mentally, physically, emotionally. There were other kids. I'm not sure I don't remember if they were foster kids like me, but I do know there was some kids in some foster homes.
How hard was it for you to focus on like schoolwork and things being in foster care?
I don't ever think I actually got anything done really, but it was just mostly
me thinking about what's gonna happen when I get home, because a lot of the times my grades are really bad. Even though I tried to actually like get them up, well, I don't remember how, like when I first went into school in like 5th grade, but this was like when I was like 6.
In first grade or kindergarten?
Yeah, it was 1st grade. I didn't really talk to anybody that much because I was scared, like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to somebody, they're gonna end up helping, and then when I go back home, it's gonna happen again and again. It's just not gonna stop. So I didn't really talk to anybody. I just thought it would get worse if I did. So when I was in foster care, I got to see my mom because there's like little like visits and stuff at the rehabs and stuff. So I knew her a little bit. Like each time it got to me, I knew her a little bit more. So when I first like actually got to reunite with her and be with her, I was a little, I wouldn't say skeptical, but I was a little like unsure of how to talk to her and like interact with her. So I was a bit like distant, I guess. But eventually I started to trust her more, and it kind of just built up from there. I went back with my mom first. I'm not sure the distance time, how long it was, but I went first with my mom and eventually my sisters.
How long did it take for you to like gain your mom's trust?
It took about like a good 2 years.
2 years. How is it with your mom now?
So I can talk to her like with anything, honestly.
Is she good now? Like she's better, like better?
A lot better. From what I remember being told about her, she's come a really long way.
That's good.
So I'm really proud of her for that. A year ago or 2 years ago, I actually asked my mom like what happened to those people. I'm not sure. I think she said like they didn't like face any like jail time or anything. It was just, I think it was like they got hurt or they got their, I'm not sure how it works, or like license or whatever. They're not allowed to have foster kids anymore. But that's all pretty much all that happened.
What impacts do you feel as though you being on probation makes on your mom, considering the history you guys had?
Honestly, I feel like she not necessarily sees me as a bad kid, but like I don't want to be like doing all this bad stuff, especially because she hasn't really seen me grow up a lot. I want to actually show her. I mean, it's been years since I've been with her, but I don't want to make it seem like as much time as she raised me, I don't want to make it seem like she ended up making me a bad kid. I feel like it's helped me a lot, even though I haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
Like especially like talking about stuff that I usually don't talk about with other people.
No, yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's a good program for me.
Okay.
How are you?
You said how old am I?
I said, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Alright. What's your name?
My name is Jaden.
Jaden, already. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Alright. What motivates you in the morning?
What motivates me is I really like going out with my friends. I really like sports. I'm actually trying to get into football. My grades pretty much. I'm trying to get I do have good grades, but I'm still trying to get them up. My family. I want to be there for my family and not just be alone. I actually want to like bring people up and stuff like that.
What are some things you feel like troubles you today?
A lot of kids in my environment. I do try to, get away from them kids, but it's also hard because they're so persuasive. I'm pretty sure that's the word, yeah. And that's pretty much it. I just pretty much everybody in my environment. But a lot of people are also good.
Alright, so I got another question. What makes it hard, besides the persuasive, like what makes it hard for you to like not follow that crowd? Is it the thought, like is it seeing how much like interactions they're getting, or is it like the feeling of like being a part of it?
It's also a big part of being a part of it.
Yeah.
Like the stuff they're doing is fun, but it's also not the best thing to be doing. It's also because they're good kids, but it's also like they do bad. I'm not really sure if that makes sense, but they do bad stuff.
They're like their influence from.
Yeah, and it's also like I have a history of like I can't say no. And it's really hard for me to say no. So it's also like if I do say no, I'd end up feeling really bad and like I don't really know. It's just I can't say no. I struggle. It's just kind of like not necessarily dragging, but getting myself through the day. Cause I still have a lot of struggles to this day, and like even though I'm trying to, and I'm bettering myself, it's still a struggle of like what's gonna happen then, or when am I gonna do this moment, or what's that person gonna do? It's the factor of people. I'm not really a social person, so it's like I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't like. For example, right now I'm not really social. But I still try, so if I have one thing, probably better people that I surround myself with, like more friends that I can actually hang out and do good with, and do the things that I also enjoy and that aren't bad and can get me into trouble.
What do you feel like is more of an influence, your environment or your people?
Honestly, I would probably say people, because I like my environment, but it's the people that are in the environment. So I'd say more people, because a lot of people obviously are persuasive, so they try to get me to do things that I don't necessarily want to do, or that is bad to do. So I would say more people.
What are some things you want people to see you for instead of what you do?
I would like to see people look at me as in like, if you need somebody to go talk to or go help or need help, I'd be there, and I'd even go out of my way to help somebody. So for example, say I was like, I'm really into Legos. So example, if I go do Legos and it's really important because it's important to me, and say like you need help with your Legos, I'll stop doing my Legos and go to help you.
Yeah.
Just to make you happy, like, because obviously it doesn't really matter, just Legos. But if I see you like struggling and like actually getting frustrated on something, I want to help you accomplish what you need to accomplish.
We're not going anywhere. Like we're forever. You know? The justice system affected me in a positive way. At first, I thought it was going to be in a negative way, and I went through, like, I was on probation for a really long time. I just kept getting in trouble more, and it kept me in the system. But looking back on it now, I think during that time of my life, I really needed to be involved with the justice system just to keep me on a straight line, on a straight path. Because if it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd be in the position where I'm at today. And now, like, I got into college, I'm going to university, I'm so excited. So I really don't think I would have been able to stay on the straight and narrow if I didn't make the mistakes that I did make.
I graduated!
Congratulations. I'm so excited for you.
Come here! I wish I could hug you all at the same time. Oh, I'm so proud of you! Thank you.
Come on, group hug,
group hug. Oh, Sandry.
Quiet on the set. Skirt. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Skirt.
Cut. My name is Mir. I am invisible no more.
My name is Lindsay, and I see you.
Hi, my name's JJ, and I'm invisible no more.
I'm Jan, and I see you.
Hi, I'm Nakai, and I'm invisible no more.
Hi, my name is Khalil, and I'm invisible no more.
My name's Alyssa, and I see you.
Hi, I'm Jadir, and I'm invisible no more.
My name is Sean, and I see you.
My name's Michael, and I am invisible no more.
My name's Jason, and I see you.
I'm Jan, and that's a wrap.
My name is Michael, and I am the inevitable.
My name's Jason, and I'm the boss.
Each person has grown into the program their own unique way. And like as what Jason was saying, I remember the first day you came and sat on the bleachers in the football field, and you were like arms crossed, and it's like, I'm not gonna give you anything, and then it's like, are you gonna come back? And you go, well, I have to. And I love Sandrine said, no, you don't have to. It's your choice.
Yeah.
And you came back.
I chose to come back.
You chose to come back.